Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Clicks Before Coffee. Now, in this video, we are going to look at reports, especially how reports work and how can you view reports. What are the things that you need to keep in mind while viewing reports in Google Analytics 4? So, we have our Google Analytics account in front of us. So the first thing that we do is we come to the reports, which is going to be on the left hand side of your screen, and the first left hand side column, the second option. And here when you click on the report section, you will see report snapshot, you will see report overview pages, but this does not have all the options. Why? It's a demo website that I have built. Hardly gets any website traffic. Actually it doesn't, because it's not a live website. So what I will be doing is, right at the top I will click on this. You can use Google merchandise shop account for understanding and learning Google Analytics 4 reports, right? So what we do is we click on recents, and here I can see the recent accounts that I have viewed. You have here Google merch shop. That is what we will view. I'll click on this, and you see now the options that you will get in the report section will be a bit different. Now bear in mind, we do not have admin access. We can just view the reports for merch shop, so that's fine. We can still learn a lot. And you can see that there are a few options here now that has been included. We have got a report snapshot, we have got real-time overview, we have got real-time pages, we have got life cycle. Under life cycle, we have got acquisition, we have got engagement, we have got monetization, we have got retention, we have got search console, and we have got user attributes and tech under users option, and we have got a library here as well, right? So let's go ahead and see one by one what can we see when we access these reports. Okay, so the first thing here that you will see is going to be the report snapshot. Now in the report snapshot section, you will be able to see that how many active users are there in the website right now, new users, average engagement time per active users, total revenue, right? And you also have a green tick over here which tells you of the quality of data that you are viewing, right? And right at the top you have got options like edit comparison, so you can actually do a comparison report. You can share this in case if you have got, if you want to share this with other admins or other people who have edit access or have view only access to your Google Analytics account, you can share the data with them. Okay, and you can view insights here. Now one thing that you need to keep in mind is this data that you are seeing in the report section is for a limited time frame. Where can you set the time? Right at the top, on the top right hand side, you will see that this data is for the last 28 days. So as of now, I am viewing this data from November 25th to December 22nd, 2004, and I can actually change the date range from here as well. If I want, I can see today's data, yesterday's data, this week's data, last 7 days, last 28 days, so on and so forth. I can even compare. So I can turn on this comparison, and the last 28 days data will be compared to the previous 28 days data, and so on and so forth. You can actually set a comparison yourself. You can set a comparison between this month's data and the previous year, the same month's data as well. So it's a very, very useful thing that you have here, where you can compare the the performance of your website. You can compare between months, between years, however you want to compare it. Okay, so you have this here, and be very mindful when you're viewing reports of the date range that you've selected. Now if I scroll down, you will see that there are a lot more cards here that we have access to. We have got active users in the last 30 minutes. We have got insights here. We have got where is your users, where are your users coming from, right? Are they coming from the organic traffic on the Google search platform? The organic data that you are getting, right? The organic traffic you are getting. So you will be able to see that direct, cross network, or if it's referrals. Are you getting the traffic from paid search? Means that are you getting the traffic from your Google ads? Are you getting the traffic from emails? Okay, all of that you will be able to see here. You will also be able to see by sessions. Okay, so you can see sessions primary. You can actually go ahead and you can switch from sessions to engage sessions. You can go ahead and switch from sessions primary channel group to sessions default channel group, source medium both. You have options to go ahead and choose from that as well. So here you can see that you've also got active users by country, from which country you're getting how much traffic, right? And if you scroll down, you will be able to see that there is going to be a cohort analysis of your active recent activity, your users activity on your website. You have views by page title and screen class. How much views are different pages of your website getting? So you have the home page, okay, which obviously will get the maximum amount of views because they will first go to the home page and then they will go to some of the pages that you have on the website. So according to which you have a detailed breakdown as to where are your website traffic going to after they visit the homepage of your website more, right? So you have top events, okay, page views. Are page views your top events or session start, right? Items viewed, user engagement, view promotion, select item, all of those, right? Event counts you are getting here, right? For your website, when you set up Google Analytics 4, the data, the cards might be a bit different, but you will get a snapshot in the report snapshot section, okay? And you will see if there is a filter which has been applied in the cards. In the reporting, you will see a filter sign like this. If you hover your mouse over the filter sign, you will be able to see what sort of filter has been applied. So it says here is key event exactly matches true, right? So based on which there is a filter which has been applied to this card, right? So if you have a filter, you will be able to see it like that. After that, you have the real-time overview. So if you click on the real-time overview, you will be able to see in the last 30 minutes how many active users you got. In the last 5 minutes also, how many active users were there on your website. And if you scroll down, there are different cards here as well. You've got active users first, user source. You can change this source to medium, source or source platform, user campaign, first user campaign, okay? So based on which you will be able to see the reports. You have by audience. Here you see there is another card which is by audience. Then you have got different cards like this, right? So you have got a lot of these cards which shows you different data. And you can see after that we have got the real-time pages. What is this real-time pages? You also have a data which consists of the active users in the last 30 minutes, views in the last 30 minutes, that is, right? And you will see which web page of your website got how many users and how much views, right? There is a difference between active users and and views, right? Views will be much more than the amount of users. Users means they have taken some action on the website. Views means they've just viewed your website and then they might have left. Okay, so that is here. And you will see it's going to be classified based on the pages of your website. Then under life cycle, you've got acquisition. What does acquisition means? It's to acquire new traffic or acquire traffic who might have used your website previously. It's just acquisition, right? So under acquisition, we have got overview, we have got user acquisition, we have got traffic acquisition, we have got user acquisition cohorts. So if you click on overview, it gives you an overview of the acquisition data that you have got in Google Analytics 4. You've got active users, you've got new users, right? Then you've got users in the last 30 minutes. You've got new users by first user primary channel. You can go ahead and apply a filter here as well. Now you will see all of these filters will be described as first user. Okay, this is the nature of the users on your website. Now here you have got by session, and you have here one data for Google Ads campaigns as well, session data for Google Ads campaigns here as well. Okay, then you have all of these reports which you can go ahead and you can view, right, in the form of cards. So here you've got user acquisition as well. So if I click on user acquisition, the first thing that you will see there is going to be a graphical representation of the user acquisition data that you will see in this report. Now if I scroll down, we have talked about dimensions and we have talked about matrices, right? Here you can see all of the dimensions for which the matrices are also applied. Matrix data is also applied. So you've got dimensions like direct, organic, referral, cross network, email. Okay, this is the type of user who's coming on your website. Means, are they direct from direct sources? Like they've just typed in your website name and then they have just landed on your website. Are they searching and then they are discovering your website? That means, are they organic traffic? Organically are they discovering your website and then they are coming to your website? Are they referrals from some other website or social media or something? Is it cross network, right? Or emails, are they coming from emails? Paid search means your Google ads. All of those data you will find here, and these are the dimensions of the data. Means, what is that data for? Whereas the matrices will talk to you about the total users, number of users, right? Are they new users? Are they returning? Means they have been on your website before and they are returning. Are they returning users? The average engagement time per active users, right? How much time are they spending on the website? Okay, and which sources are they coming from? And then in case if they're coming from that source, how much time is they spending on the website? So if you see here, you will actually get a comparison, and I can tell you by looking at the data that in case if they are coming from email, if they are seeing your website on email and then they click on the website link and then they come from the email, they're actually staying longer on the website compared to the other sources. If you see here that right at the first glance, I can see that 3 minutes 13 seconds is the average time they're spending on the website if they're coming from email, and the second highest time spent is in case if they're coming from a referral link. So I can make out that what type of users are coming and the quality of users who are coming from those networks, right? So what I can do here is I can go ahead and I can filter out the dimension that I want to see. Also, not only that, I can add a secondary dimension to it. So here I've clicked on the plus sign, and with my existing dimension, what I can do is I can add another dimension. That means I also want to see the city where this traffic is coming from. So now a secondary dimension will be added to my existing dimension, and I can see that from the direct sources, right? Which cities am I getting traffic from? Organic sources, which cities am I getting traffic from? So city is going to be a very wide spread dimension. I'll get a lot of data, so I can go ahead and I can let's say suppose filter it by country, and now you will be able to see a more compact data where I have the countries from where I'm getting the traffic, how much traffic am I getting from that country, and what is the type of user, okay, what is the network they're using when they're entering my website. So I have now applied a secondary dimension. This way I can view it this way as well. Similarly I've got traffic acquisition, where if I click on the traffic acquisition, you will be able to see that I have got similar sort of framework here as well, where I have all my data here. I can add a secondary dimension here too, and instead of numbers, okay, instead of user, okay, active users numbers, I have sessions. I have got sessions, engaged session, I have got engagement rate, and I have got engagement, I have got average engagement, okay, here as well. So I have got all of these data which you can view, right? In case if there is something which you are not able to see, you can just move this bar like this and you will be able to see all that data. In case if you want to know what these matrices mean, right, you can just hover your mouse over these matrices and it's going to define you. There is going to be a pop-up which will come up, which is going to define what this matrix is all about, right? So you can see those matrices and you can also understand what those matrices are for. Here you have got a user acquisition cohort report, okay, where in case if you see, this is how it looks like, same type of data here, right? And you've got basically a cohort analysis of the sort of web traffic you're getting here as well. You can add a secondary dimension if you want, and you have all of this data. Okay, you have got new users, you have got total revenue, you've got transactions, you've got average 120D value. So you can just hover your mouse over these matrices if you want to know what these matrices are, and there will be a definition which will pop up, right? So it says here average 120D value means for each user Google Analytics calculates the sum of purchase, subscription and ad revenue from the first 120 day. So the 120D actually means 120 days, right? And the lifetime value is the average of the value of all users. So that is the matrix, and that is the data for the matrix that has been given here, right? And that's the reason why it's monetary. Okay, so similarly we have got the engagement here, where you've got an overview of the engagement report, okay, where you will sort of see an overview of what sort of engagement your website traffic is having with your website. Okay, and here you have this data, and you have got cards. It's going to be displayed in the form of cards. Then you've got events. If I go on events, you will be able to see that here also, similar to the user acquisition, traffic acquisition, user acquisition cohort reports, similar type of data reporting you will be able to see here, right? You've got the dimensions, you've got the matrices, you can add a secondary dimension, and the sort of dimensions that you will be able to view here in the engagement report is page view, view item list, session start, view item, user engagement, user promotion, select items, all of this, right? So what are these, right? These are the type of events which is happening. Okay, is it a page view? Is it a item which has been viewed from the list? Is it a session? Okay, is it a session start? Is it a session end? Means somebody starting a session on the website, somebody is viewing an item on the website. These are the sort of dimensions that you will see when you see the event report. Similarly, you've got pages and screens, and pretty self-explanatory that you will be able to see the pages and screen report, screen time report here in this report. Here you've got a similar view option where you can add a secondary dimension, and the sort of dimensions that you will be able to see here is going to be checkouts, apparels for men, if it's apparels from men that people are viewing, if it's something new that's come up on the website, if that is what they're viewing, right? And so on and so forth. This is the pages view, web pages, right? For web pages, what is the total number of views, who are, you know, the active users, number of active users who are there on the website right now viewing that page, okay? And views per active users, all of that type of report. After that, you have got landing page report, where you will be able to see similar kind of reporting here, right? And you will be able to see the landing pages here, right? So on the landing pages that you have got of your website, right? What are sort of sessions, active, how many active users, new users, all of that information you will get in this report. Okay, here too, as usual, you can add a secondary dimension. Under monetization, this will be based on the revenue your website, web pages, your items are earning, right? You've got overview here as well, no need to go there. You will be able to see them in a cart format. If you go to the overview section, you will be able to see the e-commerce purchases. Your purchases data will be here, right? And you will be able to see here the sort of items you have on the website, based on which items are being viewed, which items are being added to the cart, which item is purchased, which item has the maximum revenue. Very important section in the reports. In case if you have a e-commerce website, this is the data which will tell you that if your website, if your e-commerce business is profitable or not. Okay, so here also similar thing, you can add a secondary dimension, but you can actually see which items on your website are performing well, which are giving you profit, which are giving you revenue. I can see this report and I can tell you off the back that we have an item here which is Super G Camp Fleece Back Pullover. This is the item that's given the maximum revenue to us, right? So what I can do is, we have an option here. If you click on this arrow sign, downward arrow, okay, you can actually put the data in a ascending or a descending order. So like I said here, okay, that's the item that's got the maximum value. Now it's arranged in a descending order, where the most value is right at the top and then it descends down, okay, and you've got the item which is giving you the least amount of sale value, right at the bottom. Okay, then you've got purchase journey. This is also very important. This is before they have purchased something on the website. Okay, what are the actions they have taken? Your website viewers, your website users have taken. Okay, here you will see a different kind of graphical representation. Okay, and you can actually see abandonment rate here, right at the session start. If they have abandoned, if they have viewed the product and then they have abandoned your website, all of that data is going to be here, right? If they have abandoned the cart, right? If they've gone to the cart and then abandoned and came out of your website, there was something called the bounce rate. This is something new. This is even better than what it was before in the universal analytics report. Okay, so this is something that definitely is going to help you a lot, depending on the dimension, which is the sort of device they're using. Okay, I can change this dimension to something else. I can change the dimension to maybe country, right? And I will see the data depending on the country these users are coming from, right? So in United States, what's going to be the session start drop rate? Okay, if they have viewed the product and then they have abandoned or not, and this is by country. Okay, so you get a lot of data like that. Here you can't add a secondary dimension because this is not the type of data where you will be able to you want to view a secondary dimension. You have got checkout journey. If they have begun the checkout process, if they have added the shipping and then they have left the website, if they have added payment and then they have left the website, if they have made a payment, okay, how much percentage of people are actually making payment? Okay, if so, you can see here, the whole journey is there as well. Here as well, you only have one dimension and you can change the dimension if you want. Okay, very useful data, and this will tell you that are there people, what percentage of people are actually going to the shipping part and then they are deciding not to purchase anything. If they are going to the ad payment part and then they are deciding not to purchase anything, and how much actual percentage of people out of all the people who have begun the checkout process, how many people are actually completing the payment process? And that's here I can see it's 70.9%. That's a pretty good percentage. Okay, and you will always see begin checkout at 100% because obviously the data is for checkout, so obviously they will begin the checkout process and that's 100%, and then it will descend down. Okay, then you have got promotions. In the promotion section we can see data like this, where you have got your promotions, and you have got, or if there is a name for the promotion, you will be able to see the name of the promotion here as well, and you will be able to see how many people are viewing this promotion, if the item is purchased during this promotion. Okay, by putting this in the checkout. Okay, if they have clicked on the promotion, if they all of the matrices are here, and you can see there are a lot of matrices. Item promotion click-through rate means how many people have actually viewed the promotion and then they have clicked on it. That's the click-through rate, and you can just hover your mouse over these matrices and they will tell you what they are. Okay, like item promotion click-through rate is the number of users who selected a promotion divided by the number of users who actually viewed the same promotion. Okay, means if they're viewing it and how many people are actually clicking on it after they view it, that is the percentage that this shows you. Okay, if the items are added to the cart, and in case if they have begun checkout, all of that matrices are here in numeric value. Okay, here you can add a secondary dimension if you like. You've got the transactions. I can click on the transactions, and transaction report you will see is going to be in a similar fashion. You will be able to see the reports where you have got the transaction ID. Okay, and based on the transaction ID, what is the purchase revenue you got, right? Each and every transaction ID here is monitored, and you can actually see the value, the revenue you got out of that one transaction. Okay, then you have got retention, means how many people are actually viewing the website and they're coming back, or they have purchased something and they're coming back. So that report is here. Okay, you've got graphical representation of the reports here, right? Here you don't see that you can actually see a customized report here. It's just going to be a graphical representation of the people you are getting back on the website. Okay, after that you can go to the search console. You've got Google organic search traffic. Search console is something else. It's something that a lot of SEO people use, okay, to understand how your website is faring out there on Google search. So there are two sections here. You've got queries and you've got Google organic search traffic. Okay, so you can click on the queries and you will be able to see the sort of queries, that the sort of keywords, right? I won't say keywords, the sort of search terms people are typing to see the content of your website. Very useful data. And then you've got the Google organic search traffic. Means in the Google organic search traffic, it's your landing page plus your query string that you will be able to see, right? You've got the dimensions, okay, which are basically of your landing page, okay, and then you've got whether you've got Google organic search clicks for that or not, for that page, okay. You've got Google search impressions, how many impressions. You've got Google organic Google search click-through rate. So basically these are the data that you will be able to see under the Google organic search traffic data, okay. Then you've got user attributes. This will give you a demographical data, age, sex, gender, all of that, okay. Then you have got audiences under that as well. What type of audiences you see are coming on your website. Okay, so based on demographics you will be able to see that you have country here. I can add a secondary dimension here which is based on these options you're getting, and a country I can change to any demographic I want. I can go with region, city, language, age, gender, interest, okay, like I said. Then you've got audiences, and under audiences you will be able to see that are they non-purchasers, are they recently active users, engaged users, all of that, okay. And you can go ahead and you can add a secondary dimension here as well, and all of this matrix data you will be able to see, like new users, sessions, views per session, average session duration, all of that, okay. And in the text section you will be able to see details of what kind of device, okay, from what kind of device are your users coming. Are they coming from Chrome, Safari, Edge, Android, Firefox, Samsung Internet, Opera, Safari, okay. You can understand the sort of browser they're coming from. You can understand the sort of device category they're coming from, device model, screen resolution, all of that. Even screen resolution is there. I mean, what else to say, right? All of that is going to be here under the tech details, okay. So that is going to be what you can see under the report section. You can customize the sort of reports that you want to see based on the filters that you apply here in the reports, and you customize the reports and see the reports. You can actually share that report with whoever has access to analytics, your analytics account. Based on the custom filters that you have put in, based on the data that you've already filtered out, when you share the data, it's going to be the exact same report which will go to anyone who you're sharing the data with. I can just click on the share option. You can see that the link is here. I can just click on share link and then copy the link and share it to the person who has access. Only the person who has access to view data on my analytics 4 account, okay, only they will be able to see the report. They'll see the exact time frame you have selected, right? The number of days you have selected for the report, date range you have selected for the report, what kind of dimensions you want them to see, what kind of matrices you want them to see. If you have applied a filter for that, all of the exact same thing they will be able to view, okay. So I hope that this was informative and you have learned a lot. You have learned how to see reports in Google Analytics 4. In case if there is any questions, let me know in the comment section. And in case if you're liking the series, if you're liking the videos on this course, please like, share, subscribe. Also press the bell notification so that you do not miss any upcoming videos in this series that we are building for Google Analytics 4. I will see you in the next video, guys. Until then, take care. Bye bye.